Hello, my fellow Nigerians. Mahmoud Yakubu at it again. Mahmoud Yakubu must go. First, Professor Mohammed Yakubu, the incumbent chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, must resign immediately. He has proven over and over again that he has neither capacity, integrity, nor courage to effect a free and fair election that can pass muster in the eyes of reasonable people. After the February 25th, 2023 presidential election hissed, it has become clear that the crafty professor is not man enough. He is not upright. He doesn't have the strength of his convictions. He has no sense of magnitude of his academic standing or his elevated position. Most of all, he has the mentality of a plumber who is not possessed of a sense of history nor legacy. Yet he is supposedly a professor of history. He will probably be anointed as the worst INEC chairman of all time. To think that we have seen the likes of Professor Eme Awa and Hofri Nwosu, who delivered highly acclaimed elections under dictatorial military regimes. Professor Nwosu has a prime place in Nigeria's electoral annals for declaring MKO Abiola winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, even with a gun virtually placed to his head to do otherwise. Professor Yakubu has proved resoundingly that he is a puppet of President Bola Tinubu and the ruling APC. Therefore, it stands to reason that Nigerians, and particularly the opposition parties, must ignore and boycott his so-called elections forthwith. Elections coming up in Ondo and Anambra are test cases. Let's boycott Tinubu's elections too. President Bola Tinubu has turned 360 degrees from pretending to be a Democrat and rights activist to a power-mongering megalomaniac. Most of us were fooled, believing he was a fighter for democracy and civil rule. But now that he has hijacked power, it has become obvious that he is an historic-to-crack. All he wanted was power, after all, autocratic power, though history is replete with transformational deposits as benevolent autocrats who deploy their ultra-mailed powers to lift peoples and develop nations, but not so for Tinubu. He has acted like a popping gay president so far, using the high office to soak up perquisites like a sponge, though he's a notorious election rigger right from his days as state governor in Lagos State. Untutored acolytes call him political strategist for his ability to pervert elections, but as President of the Republic, he has gotten brazen and drunken from the cast of impunity after openly stealing the presidential mandate February 2023 in Cahos with Professor Yakubu. He now openly calls elections ahead of time. During Tinubu's presidential campaign in 2022, he had vowed to Edo APC members that he would return the state to the APC family if he became president of Nigeria. There was no mincing of words, nor equivocation in the video clip. I will deliver Edo to APC if I become president. Now he is president of Nigeria, and he simply returned Edo to APC by deploying federal might at his disposal. Buhari, a better Democrat than Tinubu in 2020. Muhammad Buhari was president and Edo was going to an election. The atmosphere was charged again by a certain Adams Oshomole who wanted Edo in his pocket. Governor Godwin Obaseki, Oshomole's protege, gone bad after he had installed him in 2016. Oshomole went to the ends of the earth seeking to topple Governor Obaseki in his second term election. To achieve his aim, Oshomole forced incumbent Governor Obaseki out of APC. In the last minutes, Obaseki smuggled his way into the PDP to contest against his SY godfather, Oshomole. As in 2020, the September 21, 2024 off-cycle governor election was a charged contest between APC and the incumbent PDP. President Buhari openly insisted on a free and fair election in Edo in 2020. He made it public that the people's choice must prevail. He didn't try to deliver his party APC by rolling out federal might. It is on record that President Buhari consistently allowed INEC to carry out elections without interference throughout his time. Adams' desire. Mr. Adams Oshomole has not lived down the humiliation he suffered in the hands of Governor Obaseki. Since that electoral defeat of 2020, he fancies himself as the Tinubu of Edo, and he desperately seeks to pocket Edo as Tinubu pockets Lagos and the southwest. A megalomaniac and money grub like Tinubu, he would do anything, tell any lies, and pervert any system to have his way. After 8 years as a Edo governor, like Tinubu, Oshomole has no other article of trade than dark politics. To his charging, he couldn't move Buhari to rig Edo election for him in 2020, but with his fellow rigging machine in Aso Rock, Oshomole has eventually installed his lapdog as a governor of Edo. The Okpebolo blowout Monday, Okpebolo epitomics Oshomole's and the Tinubu's politics. They do not care for the people. They care not for the state. All they care about is their personal aggrandizement. It has been settled that after Tinubu, anyone can be president of Nigeria, much less governor of a state. Okpebolo as a governor of a state must be the lowest limit. It is below low, and for Oshomole to dig into the ground to exhume and Okpebolo to be governor, Edo State must see the worst thing to happen to Edo State since its creation. My people, this is what we are saying in the comment section. Say your opinion, comment, subscribe to this channel, love, share, and like. Thanks, and God bless. Amen.